Hot sunny morning in '98, the 7th of June in Jasper, Texas. After breakfast, people walked to work or to church to hear the pastor's message. On a road called Huff Creek, found it tough to speak because what they saw left them gasping and breathless. The broken body of Byrd. And sure, you probably heard the story. It's rather gory, and if you follow the words, you can somewhat get a picture. But can you really picture being chained up into a pickup truck and drugged until the street rip your arm off and decapitate you? And the ones who perpetrated this act, for the simple fact that you were black, they had to hate you, mad at nature, because she made you beautiful. And that's irrefutable. Like the fact that crack, street pharmaceuticals, is genocide to blacks. And although this attack on Byrd left the whole world disturbed, a few years back, it was common and not unusual for other brothers to get done like that. And the irony of it all, y'all, was Byrd was often heard saying that he would put Jasper, Texas on the map. But Jasper, Texas put him on the map, figuratively and literally. In spite the insanity of this calamity, his family refused to respond bitterly. And considering the circumstances, what riddles me is, we rallied to save the killers, but who rallied to save Byrd?
The tragic death of James Byrd Jr. James Byrd Jr. was killed on June 7, 1998 in Jasper, Texas, by three men, Sean Berry, Lawrence Russell Brewer, and John King, all suspected to be white supremacists. Sean Berry being his friend, they were supposed to be driving him to his house, but instead took a detour and drove him to an alley. There they beat him, slit his throat, and urinated on him. They then hooked him to the back of a pickup truck and dragged him around Jasper for 3 miles. Byrd was reported to be conscious for most of the ride, but finally was killed when he hit the edge of a large pipe. The murderers drove on for another mile before discarding his body in front of a cemetery. Byrd's lynching gave passage of a Texas hate law. It later led to the federal Matthew Shepard Act. Byrd's murder was strongly condemned by Jesse Jackson and Martin Luther King Center as an act of vicious racism and focused national attention on the prevalence of white supremacist prison gangs.
James Byrd's family created the James Byrd Foundation for racial healing after his death. Basketball star Dennis Rodman paid their funeral expenses and gave Byrd's family $25,000. Fight promoter Don King gave Byrd's children $100,000 to be put towards their education expenses. The old-fashioned lynching-style murder of James Byrd Jr. still stands as one of the most heinous hate crimes ever. His murder serves as a painful reminder that there is still racism and white supremacy in America today.
The officers easily found out what had happened. A trace of what affidavits grimly described as a brown substance stained the road for almost 3 miles. Byrd had been dragged to death, an atrociously brutal means of killing that had been suffered by African Americans at the hands of whites in the South earlier in the 1900s.
They arrested them 3 almost before they identified who the black man was.
Tell you what, anything happened to me, I'm putting Jasper on the map. I'm gonna put Jasper on the map. I'm gonna make Jasper famous.
This death will be a catalyst to eliminate this kind of activity anywhere it is in America.
No song that he loves is Al Green and Pepper Rain. He loves all that kind of song. When he hears music, he just goes off.
He kept the whole community laughing. You laugh at him the way he walked, crossway.